Hi everyone, Adam Triolo. I'm Vice President of Commercial Business Development from a company called Regent. I'm going to talk a little fast because there's a lot to go through. We're building all-electric wing and ground effect seagoing vessels called sea gliders. I'm a pilot by trade. I've been flying for over 25 years, been selling airplanes for just over 20 years, 5,000 hours, flown everything from turboprops to Airbus. This is the coolest thing I have ever worked on, and here's the reason. The whole idea behind this is solving the existing travel challenges that we see with regional mobility. So whether it's long lines at the airport, being stuck in traffic, slow, uncomfortable ferry rides. Our co-founders, Billy Thalheimer, Mike Klinker, both have advanced degrees from MIT, and they came up with this revolutionary concept. The whole idea is that you can certify a flying boat as a maritime vehicle if it never leaves ground effect. Ground effect is an aerodynamic regime. By never leaving a wingspan to the water's surface, we can certify as a boat instead of as an airplane, and we can accomplish all kinds of very cool things in the process. So this is what we're building. It's a 12-passenger, 15,000-pound takeoff weight vessel. It'll travel about 160 nautical miles. It'll go up to 180 to 200 knots. And we do it all electric. So this really has the capacity to revolutionize the way we travel in a regional way. What's amazing about this too is it's not small, 5.5 feet wide, 6 feet tall within the cabin. It runs about 27 feet long. So imagine 34 inches of seat pitch. Imagine a window the size of about a car door. Just amazing views. What's important about this too is that we have the ability to serve multiple stakeholders. So whether it's passenger travel, cargo logistics, or emergency response, this vessel is a whole new category of not just transportation, but platform that can service communities. Along the way, we accomplished a number of goals, specifically cost, right? I'm going to show you some numbers here in just a few minutes that show you how dramatically less expensive these vessels are to operate. That means lower ticket prices. I'm going to show you that by traveling exclusively in ground effect, we're much more stable in flight, and that makes for a much more comfortable ride. And then from a convenience perspective, we have a dearth of underutilized harbors around the country that we can tap into using existing maritime infrastructure to run this vessel. So how does it work? When we're near the dock and in the no-wake zone, we float on our hull. When we proceed away from the dock and into the busy harbor, we rise up onto our hydrofoil. And once clear of the busy harbor, we come up onto our wing. What's important to note about this vessel is you drive it just like a boat, left, right, fast, slow. So you do not need to be a pilot to drive sea gliders. So we started the whole journey with our quarter scale prototype, 18-foot wingspan, 400 pounds. This is video, this is not anime, this is not AI, this is from the vessel, right? It's coming up on its hydrofoil. This gives us our high degree of wave tolerance. When it hits that critical speed, it actually automatically rotates, which means it increases the pitch and becomes airborne. So you see that here in just a second. Again, we do not control the pitch directly on these vessels, right? We simply advance the thrust levers, it reaches takeoff speed, the hydrofoil retracts, and we cruise within a wingspan to the water surface, right? So imagine a boat going very fast, traveling within about 30 feet, 10 meters to the water. When we're ready to land, we simply pull back on those thrust levers and it's an auto land sequence, right? So it just settles back down onto the water. That is not revolutionary technology. We do that in the Airbus, in the Boeing, all the time. Cat 3 landings have existed forever. We're taking those same technologies, we're incorporating them into this vessel. So this is what we have today. You're going to hook up or no? So that's Regent. 100 employees, just over $100 million raised, and it's all to bring these these electric sea gliders to market. I've got 2 minutes to spare, so I'm going to use every second of it, right? We're not even close to being done. So what I want to talk about is ground effect. It's a naturally efficient space to operate. We have formed sea glider initiatives around the world. There's 7 of them now, and it's all about bringing together all of the critical stakeholders that live in this space, in this room today, to talk about the ways we unlock these new mobility systems by bringing in utility service providers, infrastructure partners, operators, and most importantly, the community members that will benefit from these new services. With a platform like this, we can start to connect communities in new and novel ways. So no longer having to travel by rail. Imagine the billions that were going to be spent on the high-speed rail system here in California. What if you could connect them just using the existing harbor infrastructure we have today? So it's a little bit it's a little washed out, but the point is that these vessels have about 50% the operating cost of their gas turbine equivalent, right? So imagine roughly $40 to $50 to go 100 nautical miles. This opens up this opportunity for regional travel to lots and lots of people, right? These routes can be subsidized. These routes can be ways for people to get to affordable housing, to high-income jobs, and everything in between. So we've looked at the harbors right here, here in Santa Barbara. We've looked at the different ways that we could fit sea gliders, leveraging the existing dock infrastructure right here in your community, and the ways we can sort of open this up to offset routes all over the country and the world. So sea gliders solve a number of different challenges. I've listed them here. I want you to understand that it's in working together, in our partnership, in these communications that we build, these communication tracks that we build, that we can actually solve some of these tough resiliency challenges. And I'm looking forward to discussing it today with those here. Thanks so much.